Baseball, not always the best team wins, but you got to still go out there and get it done.
Hello, everyone. Welcome inside the Red Earth Production Studios for this special edition of Baseball Talk. Always powered by Game 7 Baseball, game7baseball.com. You know, I've got to do this because I forgot to do this because even Garrett, who is joining me here, asked me about this. And I've got to, I'm going to do this real quick because I need to. And I want to. That's the way it is. I got to find it, though. But Game 7 Baseball, game7baseball.com. We are going to be at Warrenton, the athletic complex, the WAC, this weekend with Game 7 Baseball. We have our 14U Super 7 Invitational, 18 14U teams will be vying for that championship, and we're looking forward to bringing it to you. We'll be out Saturday, that's tomorrow, with all of the interviews. Our Saturday at the park. Sunday, we're going to be live streaming Championship Sunday, so looking forward to that very much. On the show here, I have with us the young man from Sullivan, Missouri. He's got his Pro Day shirt. I love that, from 2025. That's Scout Connect right there, right?
Yeah, it is.
Big shout out to Diego Solares, was just doing some Illinois work yesterday, and so bang, bang, boom. Love that stuff. Way to go, Garrett. Nice. Also, here it is. We got our subscriber. If you want to, here's the thing, folks. We've got a great following of subscribers. If you're out there and you're not, and you watch all the time, but you haven't subscribed, please take a moment, hit the subscribe button. Hit the dinger next to it. Doesn't give you a home run, but it does give you notifications for more episodes just like this. And right now, we've got, I think it's 2 more days through this weekend, our subscriber contest to win 2 Shohei Ohtani Tops Now cards, one from 25, one from 24. You got his first career postseason home run in the NLDS, and then his first career postseason victory in 25. So I think that's a couple of good sets of cards. Tops Now, fantastic stuff there. So please take a moment, subscribe. Right, Garrett?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. All right, folks, we're here to talk about classes 1 through 4. They finished all except for one, Garrett. One. Do you know which one that is? I know, right? Why couldn't we just get it all done yesterday?
The game is, I think it's a Logan Rogersville game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. Logan Rogersville, Springfield Catholic.
As to our recording right here, that should start in about an hour.
Yeah, it should.
So I'm sorry we don't have that one for you, folks. But let's start down in Class 1. You've done some work. Hey, there's the usual suspect. I'm going to tell you, dude, St. Elizabeth, when you talk about St. Elizabeth, and we're going to, oh, geez, that's not what we wanted. Goodness mercy, I hit the Rawlings. That happens sometimes. Look at this. Since 2016, that's 11 years, or 12 years, actually, because you got to count both of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, it's 10. Sorry. 10 years. Yeah, 16, 20. I didn't do well in math. But if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, boom. Look at that. District championship, what is that? 2 second-place finishes and 1, 2, 3, 4 championships in a span of 10 years. Yeah. and they got a chance here again. What do you think their odds are they're going to beat Cooter?
I think it's very high. I think St. Elizabeth runs Class 1 still. They're still one of the better teams, and they've played up a lot this year.
I'm sorry,
I've seen them
North
play a lot
Shelby.
bigger schools.
My bad. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's all okay. But yeah, I think they're going to walk up into the championship and probably have a very tough game against Northland Christian because that's who I got going with them.
I don't disagree with that, man. Northland Christian, 2-0 over Rockport. Here's another school. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're only like 5 years old.
Yeah,
That's
they're
close.
not that. Yeah.
10-9. They were 8-14, won the district there, won the district in 23. These 2 years, you know what happened, who they were playing?
St. Elizabeth.
Good guess. Good guess. I like that one.
Yeah.
But it's that team that we're going to talk about in the next class up called Faith Christian Academy.
Oh, yeah. Very good school.
So, I mean, you look at this. I mean, 24, 23, 30 wins, man.
Yeah. That's hard to beat. 30 wins is a lot.
This team's pretty for real. And when you talk about, I don't know much. I'll be honest. I don't know much about Dadeville at all. Do you?
No, not much. It's the first time I've actually ever heard of Dadeville, to be honest with you.
And but you know what? I think that's pretty true of everybody as far as that's concerned. I don't think there's a lot. And that's the difficulty I think we find. I'm scrolling, folks. I'm looking for something here, but I think that's the truth. Even Sullivan, I know you go to Sullivan High School. How many
Yeah.
people really know about Sullivan sports, whatever the case may be?
Not really that much. They got a well-known softball program, won in state a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And then baseball got well-known since we got third place last year.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, nobody really else talks about Sullivan.
We talk about Northland Christian. Only thing I've got here in some statistics is from some box scores, which is fine, but I wish we had more stats to talk about these guys a little bit that way, and that'd be fun. But you look up and down here, Aiden Dunnigan had a double. I don't know his first name, Hall, but M. Hall, their first baseman, he was 2 for 3 in the game with 3 runs, 3 ribbies. He had a home run. Dunnigan had a double. He was 3 for 3 in that game, 2 balls, 2 walks, an RBI. They got some guys that can swing it. The Hotchkiss in the 6 hole was 3 for 3. They scored 13 runs against Meadville. But in the quarterfinal game, they played Rockport, who had a really good year. Rockport, I think, if we're doing this, we're going to go back over here. Oh, I got to go this way. Let's do this real quick and get back over here. And we'll look at these things here. We got North Shelby, St. Elizabeth here. You got Dadeville, Northland Christian. And if we look at this, Rockport, 23 wins on the season. They played a pretty good schedule. And so you weren't playing chump change here. And I think Dadeville, man, that's just somewhat annoying at times. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I had it happen to me earlier. I was looking through, and it just kept on popping up.
Yeah. 20 wins on the season for Dadeville, 20-10. They got some pretty good started off a little rough, didn't they? Oops.
Yeah, they most definitely did.
And but
started off 0
was it?
Started off 0-4, found their groove right about at Greenfield with Golden City.
Yeah.
Got all the way up there, faced Walnut Grove, lost, Exeter, win. Got to face Walnut Grove again and finally got the win.
And you can see they're playing teams that are above 500 here or at 500. Even Hurley at 8-13, that's not awful. Lakeland 13-11, win against Hermitages, they pounded them. Lost to Ash Grove and Appleton City here, but look at that, 1-0 to Appleton City.
Yeah, that's true. They held their own against Appleton City and a little bit against Ash Grove.
Yep. And that's Class 3 right there, folks.
Yeah.
Lost to Wheatland, but Wheatland 20-10. That was a 1-0 ball game. Pleasant Hope, wins. They were winning the games they were supposed to, right?
They most definitely were.
And then they got Appleton City in 9 innings in the state tournament there right off the get. Norwood, now they got Christian. So this Dadeville team, they're tested.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to the Final Four and see what they can do there. So you think St. Elizabeth, Northland Christian, who you got in the championship there, buddy?
St. Elizabeth, once again, because they run Class 1. They've got the record for it.
How do you pick against them, right?
Yeah, it's hard to pick against a team that went, like you said, 11 years to state almost.
Yeah. That's crazy. I mean, you look at this thing. This is 10 years in a row. Oh, my goodness. That is really starting to be disturbing. You look at the history of this school, bro. Look at that.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane. No other ball club in Missouri, I'm pretty sure, has a record like that.
That's a run. And here's the thing. People might go, well, it's just Class 1. No, they were having to play Oran a lot of this time. There's good Class 1 schools but I don't care what level or class you are. If you can put together that kind of run, you're deep, you're good, you're talented, you've got good coaching, you've got a good culture, you've got a program that you're dealing with here, and that's what it is at St. Elizabeth. Simple as that. And not to mention, I'm going to see here real quick. I'm going to do this. I'm going to pull this out of the way here. Let me pull this up real quick. I want to see what we got here while we're talking about St. Elizabeth, okay?
Okay.
Because I think it's important to look at these things. Let's see here. Come on. Oh, hang on. I didn't have this up. Oh, my goodness. There it is. Let's go. Yes. Update. I think he's in here. Yep, there he is. Now, this is the guy that they're going to be dealing with here in that let's bring this back over here. Eli Kemna. He's going to Missouri Southern. He's ranked 55th, 23rd in his position. If you get a chance, you look at this kid. He's 6'1", 205, and he is a dude. This is what you're getting, 87 max on the fastball. When you're talking about a guy that can pitch it, he's their guy, and he's been doing it there for quite some time. So this young man, shout out to Kevin Mulder with Prep Baseball. I mean, and not to mention, just the pitchability, but then he can hit. He's a pretty decent athlete for his size, infield velo. This guy is getting it done for this squad across the board, and that's the engine that makes them kind of go in that respect. So, It's not like they don't have dudes here, right?
Yeah, most definitely. They got guys. They got a lot of guys. And that Eli kid, he's going to be an important key role to this state run for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to see how they balance it out because you see the games are only separated by 1 day. So are they going to leave him on a small pitch count so he can pitch in the state championship, or are they just going to save him?
That's a good question. It's a good point. What can you do? I think it all depends on how the game is going. If it's tight, if it's close, you got to let him roll because you got to get there.
Yeah,
right?
most definitely.
You just got to get there. So I'm with you. I'm taking Northland Christian and St. Elizabeth, and until somebody, I'd like to see Northland Christian, but you got to beat the champ. So we'll see. And St. Elizabeth has been formidable. So that's a good pick. Good pick. D2 or district D2, class 2. I'll spit it out. I'm going through college stuff and talking all kind of nonsense. Man, did Portageville put it on Veritas? Wow.
Yeah, it was a pretty good game. And then you watch them take off 13-5. Porter Ridge, pretty good team. And they had to face East Carter. And I know East Carter, I'm pretty sure, pitched their number one against Porter Ridge, which is Brady Smith, and he's committed to Wichita State.
Yep. Yeah. That's Portageville. Just so you know, Portageville. You can't make that out. Yeah. That's okay. Just want to make sure you got that because people get picky about that stuff, man. I know. I've been hey, you're saying that wrong. Sorry, dude. My bad. It happens. And I've definitely said names incorrectly before. And we try not to. But you look at this, and Veritas, man, they beat Chaffee 4-0. They might have had thrown their number one. Maybe they just weren't deep enough pitching wise. And it's not like Portageville. Here's the thing about Portageville. They were in the Final Four last year, but they were in Class 3.
So they moved down.
And they came down.
So they saw the same group of guys.
Right? And you look at this roster, 2 for 4 at the top with Hopgood. Hopgood was 2 for 4, 2 ribbies. You had Wheeler in the 3 hole, went 1 for 3, 2 ribbies. I mean, it was up and down. They only had 7 hits and they scored 13 runs. Warren started the game 2 1/3, 6 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned for Portageville. And then it looks like Maddox came in and finished at 4 2/3, 4 hits, 1 walk, and 4 Ks. So they've got guys that can swing the bat. Warren had a double. I think Portageville, I think they're a little better than Eugene. Your thoughts?
Yeah. I think it's going to be a closer game than the rest of the games on here, but I think they move on because it's a Class 3 school moving down to Class 2. So all the younger kids that weren't seniors last year have all that playing up experience, and they can just lay the hammer down on some Class 2 schools.
Now, the one thing about this is the Eugene Eagles were in the Final Four last year. They took second place, right? So when you look at Eugene, and they play a pretty good. Oh my mercy! What is up with this stuff here, man? I didn't hit Rawlings. Did you see me hit Rawlings?
No, I never seen you hit Rawlings once.
Goodness mercy! 21-10 on the season. If you start looking down, they lost to Centralia, which is we had them at number 1. They had wins against California, Class 4. Look at that. Lost to St. Elizabeth. Yeah. Iberia, Sacred Heart wins. They had some tough losses. It's a Class 5, Class 4. Mexico's, we're going to get to that. Spoiler alert. Yeah. Okay. We'll leave that alone. And then you see
Eldon, they took them to 10 innings.
Yeah.
And
And
Eldon's not that bad.
you look at the rest of their season here, they only lost back-to-back games once after they finished their Eugene quad. So mid-April, they were playing some really good baseball.
Yeah, most definitely.
Tolton, Class 5 Bell, I don't know Class 5, but Blair Oaks, who hasn't lost to Blair Oaks.
Yeah.
So Eugene Portageville here, I tell you, I think I like Portageville. I think they've got the guys. I think they got some, from what I've seen, just a little more depth in pitching. I think they're going to be a hard team to beat here. Experience being there again last year. As we said, here's another team that's got some pedigree when you start talking about history. Look at this.
It's a very good track record right there for them.
Right? So 9 years, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 district championships, 2 third place finishes and a second place finish. That third place finish last year, that was Class 3.
Yeah.
So, you look at when you go into championships, shows it right there. So it was Class 2 they were in 22, but their last 2 third place finishes were Class 3. So this team is experienced. They're talented. They got a quality program. Not that Eugene doesn't. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying nothing bad against Eugene now, folks. Hopefully we don't get Rawlings, which we did. Did you see I was completely on Eugene right there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How do you get to Eugene? I'm going to go over here. Hey, we got to Eugene.
Yeah.
They've had some success recently since 21. 4 district championships and a second place finish last year in Class 2. So, showing both these teams have been very good for the past little bit. That's my thought process right there.
Yeah. I think it's definitely going to be a close game between those two, but Portageville will come out on top, most definitely.
Absolutely, man. I agree. Here's the biggie, dude. So talk to me about Miller and Faith Christian Academy.
Yeah, Miller's been a very hot ball club right now, but from what I'm looking at on Misha, the detailed history, Faith Christian Academy has only been around for a few years. They've only been around for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they're playing some good ball. Their first year started off 5-0. Then they got
as a second place finish. That's a second place. Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't working for a second. Class 1, second place. Then they bumped up to Class 2, won a district championship. And I think they're going to keep on playing hot, come out on top of Miller, and move on.
Folks, here's the thing. Even if Faith Christian Academy doesn't get past Miller here, think about what they just did. This is a 3-year-old program. They won 5 games in 24. They finished second in Class 1 in 25 at 26-4 in their second season ever. They get the championship factor points bump up in class. It's not like they're a Class 2 school by enrollment. They're not. They're a Class 1 school with the championship factor because of a private school. Okay?
Yep.
Not so then they just go, yeah, okay. Let's go do some fine. And you look at their they started off, beat Rockport. They swept Northland Christian. North Platte Lutheran, that's above 500. Everybody there. Going over to Kansas and playing Heritage Christian. I don't know anything about that school. You got Savannah, got a good win against Savannah, who was in our top 20 in Class 4. They lost to Kearney only 5-3. Kearney lost to Benton in the district championship in Class. No, I'm sorry. Kearney lost to Platte County in Class 5. Geez, I'm getting my classes mixed up. I mean, you look at that. You got this Class 1 school playing Class 2. They play Kearney at home, and they lose 5-3 to Kearney, man. That's pretty impressive, don't you think, Garrett?
That's definitely impressive. And if you look into Kearney, they beat Rolla 11-4. And then they beat Gateway Legacy 9-4. So they did pretty hot up there in Class 5.
Oh,
beat a lot of good teams.
Oh yeah, we had Kearney in our top 10. I mean, I thought they were a top 10 team throughout most of the season, and 25 wins there. It's pretty impressive. Got a loss to Southern Boone, but you look at their wins. They beat Benton, quality Class 4 school. Benton, I believe, did win the district. Yeah. And then they lost to Excelsior Springs in Class 4. That's what it was. Yep. So this Faith Christian Academy squad is solid. Now, Miller, talk to us about Miller, bro.
I know Miller's been a really hot ball club right now, and they've had a lot of good players. They won their district against Skyline. Skyline's a very decent school. They've had a lot of great pitchers. They pitched their ace, which is a very great young man. I don't know if you could find him on PBR or not, Landon Hodges. But he's done a lot for that team. He ended the season on 90 Ks. And then Miller, they go through in so far 19-8. They lost to Skyline in the regular season in 8 innings. They beat Fordland, which was a very good game, 6-3. That district was pretty tough. There's a lot of good teams in that district right there.
Well, look at the championship game of that district right there. And they had just lost to Purdy twice.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's pretty, dude, that's pretty impressive in my estimation when you start talking about teams like that. This is, I think Miller, and I'm looking here real quick. I think this kid that So this is the kid you got to watch for with is Jace Wilkinson.
Miller.
For Miller. Jace Wilkinson is committed to Mizzou. He's a junior. From the left side, max 90-mile-an-hour fastball. He sits in that 88 to 89 mile-an-hour range, and that was in January. Changeup. And this kid can flat out get it done. Jace Wilkinson was part of the future games over there. So this is the kid that you're going to get in that semifinal game, and that's where you're talking about Faith Christian Academy. You're going to have to deal with that guy going to Mizzou.
Yeah.
How does Faith Christian offensively match up with that? I don't know. I'll tell you, I don't think I can bet against them. I think it's going to be Miller and Portageville in the championship.
Yeah. I could see that most definitely happen with that kid out there on the mound for them. Mm-hmm. Now, how's it going to work out for the championship that they pitch him? Who knows?
I don't know. And that's why I think I might I think it's a toss-up, but I'll tell you what. We'll see come Tuesday, but I think I'm going to take Portageville.
Yeah. Are you Portageville?
Yep.
Probably comes out on top throughout this whole class.
I think it's Miller, Portageville in the championship, and I think Portageville takes that.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you right there.
That's what I'm thinking. And I don't think too hard sometimes, Garrett. All right. So let's get into Class 3. Right off the get, this is just a fantastic bracket. This was just money baseball up and down. What do you think about this?
I think this bracket's pretty tough one so far. One of the tougher ones we've seen. Scott City's hitting real well. Ducci, I know I botched that name, but
Duchenne.
Duchenese,
Duchenne.
Duchenne's been playing real well. Licking's a pretty good ball club, but Blair Oaks runs Class 3 no matter what.
Here's what you get with Duchenne, folks. Okay, now let's do this. All right. So you've got Jackson Nicodime at 50 plus inning or 50 innings. TJ Greasy 42 and 2/3. Weber 41 innings, and Ryan Whitworth 37. Now we're going to go and look at their ERA. Okay. Nicodime's ERA is a 1.96. TJ Greasy 0.82. Weber, little high, 3.0, but I'll take that. And Whitworth is a 1.125. You got four dudes right there. Duchenne, to me, is the favorite here just on their pitching. They can score runs. Yeah. These guys, when you talk about batting average, you've got Jamison Forrest at the top hitting 456, Nicodime at 424, Greasy at 406. You've got Winterer at 308. You got guys. This team can score runs. They play defense. They can pitch it. Scott City, I wish I knew a little bit more about their overall team, although we've heard good things about Scott City. And listen, all right, let's do this. Here's Scott City. Let's go. Here's some history, and we'll look at this. They have not now since 2008. That's a championship in 8. District, 15, 16. They haven't been able to get, since 2017, they've won 4 districts, but they haven't been able to get back into that cup mix, and they're back there now. It'll be interesting to see if they can finish this off with, a ride into that championship game. And I'll tell you what, I think if it was anybody else but Duchenne, I would take Scott City, but I think Duchenne is just a little bit better right now.
Yeah, most definitely. If they had a matchup against Licking, yeah, I think they make it. But Duchenne, good ball club, hard to beat.
Hard to beat. And you look at Jefferson, R7. Look at what they played them well, man.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a fun baseball game. We're going to be there for that one. I'm looking forward to this baseball game. Man, that's going to be good. But I'm taking Duchenne there. Bottom half, Licking 3-2 over Fairgrove. Blair Oaks just pummeled Carrollton. I mean, they bludgeoned them, man. This team is 19-10, quite possibly the toughest schedule in Class 3, period. The way they play baseball, you look at who they played. St. Elizabeth, Boonville, Borgia, Southern Boone, Fulton, Eldon, Rolla, Timberland, Lee Summit. This is all Class 6 right here, folks. And we're not talking chumps of Class 6. We're talking 26-8 Rolla, 16-14 Timberland, GAC South. Lee Summit Tigers at 22-16. And you went 2-1.
Yeah.
They went to the Columbia tournament, played Hickman, Staley. Staley's in the Final Four. Played Francis Howell, and then Rockbridge. Lost 4-2 to Hickman. Lost by a run to Staley. Lost by 3 to Howell, and lost by 3 to Rockbridge. These three were all in my top 10. And then go beat California, lost to Union, lost to Tolton, beat Fatima, Elias, lost to Moberly, and finished out pretty well, lost to Jeff City there. This team is for real.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
I think Blair Oaks still runs Class 3, and they go straight to the championship. And they might put a smackdown on Licking because they're a very hot ball club.
Mm-hmm.
And they got a lot of great pitchers, too. Wyatt Libbert, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, Wyatt Libbert can bring it.
Yeah.
In with Licking in their win against Fair Groves, Licking through what is his last name? He went 6 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs. None of them were earned. He had 3 walks and 4 Ks. They went to 8 innings to finish this game. And offensively, they got it done. Stoops was 2 for 4 in the ball game. They got 3 runs. I mean, that was a crazy. But Fair Groves, these two teams, if you look, and I'm going to bring this up real quick. Here is our Class 3 rankings. Okay, Centralia, we had number 1. They were 25-1 at the end of that. In the Final Four, in the Final Four, in the Final Four, in the Final Four.
Yeah.
And Fairgrove lost to Licking. Centralia lost to Fatima, who lost to Duchesne. And Fatima was right here at number 8. So Jefferson, we had them in our top 10, and Carrollton. So Ava was the only one that really kind of didn't probably maybe overstretched out a little bit, but I thought we did pretty well for our first year in our top 10. Looking at these teams, that's pretty good stuff right there, I think. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. That's pretty good rankings. And we all have a little bit of stretch sometimes on some feelings. Like, you probably had the feeling Ava's up here. It's like, yeah, we all have that.
Yep. And I believe Ava lost to Forsyth in there. So, there you go. I've got Blair Oaks Duchesne in the championship game. And as much as I like Blair Oaks, I think this is a coin flip. I'm going to take Duchesne.
Yeah. I'm going to take Blair Oaks in that. I think it's going to be a very close game. It all just depends on how the defense pans out.
Right.
If the defense is playing good or not. Because it doesn't matter how well you hit. It depends. Your guys behind the pitcher and how they do.
I dig it, bro. I dig it. Class 4. All right, here it is. This one to me, and we let's do this. I'll show you let's go to our rankings here real quick. This was basically the last rankings we did regular season and before district started. And I kind of don't update anything. We just kind of roll through things from there, and we'll update some stuff, as we go through. But through the regular season, Logan Rogersville, number 1, Excelsior Springs at 4, both in the Final Four here. Moberly tapped out. Nevada, Seneca, Benton gone. North County lost to Notre Dame out of Cape. And
Yeah.
Mexico beat Moberly. Orchard Farm, that was a little easier path for them. You've got in our top 10, Chillicothe there. Westminster's right there. There's Notre Dame. We had them in our top 20. There's Sullivan, man. Had you guys in the top 20 right there,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah. Boonville, Springfield Catholic. So the trouble is here, we can talk about the top side of this. And my estimation here, I think the top side isn't necessarily as strong as the bottom side of this, and we'll get to that here in just a minute. But Mexico, Orchard Farm showed up offensively and just put it on them, right?
Yeah, they definitely did with that 13-3. Just laid the smack down right on top of Mexico.
And we're gonna talk a little bit about this Orchard Farm team because I had Orchard Farm winning through this. I kind of thought they would make another run here and win the district. I had them, but to get to the Final Four, wow, that is impressive especially against a quality Mexico team. Beat Moberly to get to the sectionals. Beat Moberly, in the sectional, which I thought Moberly was going to come out of that. But good win there, and I think they might have just ran out of gas a little bit as far as that's concerned. Hankey for Orchard Farm, 1 for 3, 2 runs. Blake Hallra, 1 for 1. He walked twice, drove in a run. Max Kelch, 1 for 3. Brady Rosenberg, 1 for 4. He had 3 runs scored. He was Dittmeyer, 1 for 2, 3 ribbies. Up and down, everybody in their lineup had a hit. They had 9 hits, and everybody had at least 1 hit. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And then it was Thorpe who got who started off the game. They run ruled him. It went 2 innings. Rollins finished it with 2 2/3, or actually it was probably no, it was 3 innings, 1 hit, zeros the rest of the way. So, and when you look at let's look at this real quick. Got some stats here, hitting wise. I mean, you have Rosenberg at the top of this order, 358, Goldstein 351, Dittmeyer 341, Hallra 315, Kelch 314. Nobody's just putting a lot of fear into you. They're just not a big. That's why 13 runs. That's pretty impressive. But their strength is in their pitching. And when you've got guys like Betts, who's went 41 2/3, Thorpe 41, Rosenberg 40, Rollins has thrown 28 innings. You're talking about, let's look then at the ERAs. Betts is a 1.34 ERA. Thorpe is a 2.7. Rosenberg 3.5. Rollins 1.4. And Hallra has even thrown some, and it's a 1.86. Max Kelch hasn't pitched as much, maybe some arm issues. I have to find out. But he had a 1.86. Their strength is in their pitching. They're going to be a tough team to beat here. I'll tell you, man, Westminster Christian, who you think, man? Who do you think?
Well, I know Westminster Christian's been playing pretty well. They can hit the ball, pitch the ball. But Orchard Farm's hot. I think they're going to keep on rolling because from what I can see, Westminster's kind of getting cold. They're kind of cooling off. Had that close game against Notre Dame. And now I think they're going to slowly go down because Potosi, they had a close game against Potosi, and Potosi's not even that well of a hitting squad. They just got a lot of pitcher depth.
Mm-hmm. right? Let me see something here. I want to see. Um, let's let's look at this. I want to see if we can grab some information about this Westminster school. Usually can. Boom, there it is. We'll see if they've afforded. Yep. So when you look at Westminster, you've got Cam McCole hitting 328. Um, William Cassidy, a 310 mark. Drew Messi is the leader of that, hitting 409, a 521 on base, and a 704. So he's 12, what is that, 1225 on his OPS. 40 runs scored, 25 total, or 47 total hits, 13 doubles, 6 triples, 3 home runs, 36 ribbies. He's the guy going to Louisville. I'm pretty sure that's where he's headed to. Drew Messi, I think offensively Westminster has a little bit more. So I think it's going to be a matter of the pitching, but I think Westminster's been pretty good in that category as well. When you've got a Logan Zanker at a 1.55 ERA, Grady Arnold with a 2.07 and 54, Brody Froelich and at 28 and two thirds, 2.69. This is a pretty even matchup, bro. And
yeah, very even matchup.
Yeah, so I think it's a pick 'em. I think this may be a 1-2 run ball game unless Westminster Christian just gets after the bat with the bats, but they have a little more firepower. That's why I may take Westminster Christian in this. I think just a little more offensive firepower, even though, I mean, Clayton, but Orchard Farm put up 13 on Mexico. That's impressive.
Yeah, most definitely. Mexico's a good ball club, beating Moberly, which you guys had very high ranked up, and I had them in my own personal rankings high up there too.
I just think that's an interesting one. So we'll come back to that. The problem is we really can't do anything here because Logan Rogersville and Springfield Catholic still. Now it's a 2 o'clock. It's showing 2 p.m. It was noon.
Rain delay. I know there's some weather coming in. They might have rain delayed it.
Should have played it yesterday, right? There you go.
Yeah, most definitely.
Now, Excelsior Springs had to go into that late inning. They were up 8-4. St. Michael the Archangel made a charge in the top of the 7th, scored 3, couldn't get it tied. Excelsior Springs moves on after beating Benton in the sectionals. This team is really good, 27-7 on the season. They put together a lot of good wins. This is another Kansas City Suburban Conference team. They play in the Blue Conference. And there are 4 teams from this is the first team to punch their ticket to the Final Four out of the KC Suburban. And Class 4, kudos to Excelsior Springs. We're going to look at a little history here. You've got some qualities. Look at that. Since 2018, they got a 3rd place there, and then 1, 2, 3 in a row. Lost last year, but back in a district, and now they're in the Final Four again, man.
Yeah, that's good it's a very good track record so far for them.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to get something pulled up for statistic on PBR for them. See who they got, maybe pitching, hopefully, for that game.
Good question. When you look at their roster, they do have they have a good amount of seniors. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seniors. But here it doesn't really tell you. You can kind of look and see a little.
Kalen Bedford on this team is a Johnson County commit. He's
there you go.
sitting 88 right now. sitting 88 on his fastball right now. And Johnson County's a pretty hot team in JUCO right now with the JUCO World Series.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Johnson County. Shout out to Johnson County, right? They're getting it done.
Yeah, Ryan Bradford's really putting up some numbers for him.
Ryan Bradford's dude. That's why. I'll tell you, man. Just dude. Well, taking a look at the box score from Excelsior Springs game last night. Here's the thing, Bedford, he pitched that game.
Yeah.
He threw that game, and he was also 2 for 3 with a run scored and a ribby. Query, 2 for 3, 2 ribbies. Your seniors there, Brody Query and Kalen Bedford getting it done there. Gibbs, oh wow, at the top of the order. Collins, right there, Cooper Collins, another senior.
Yeah.
Gibbs, let's see, Spence Gibbs, a sophomore, hitting at the top of their lineup right now, man. That's huge. So it's a sophomore, then 3 seniors, and then Clark, 1 for 4.
Junior.
I'd say that's Landon Clark right there. Yep. Landon Clark, a junior. I don't know the Markham. Landon Markham, another sophomore, hitting in the 0 for 4, but a run scored and a ribby. So he had some productive outs there. So you can see it's a little mixed. They got some young guys in that lineup. Bedford was good. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 3 walks, and 5 Ks. Lloyd, Cruz Lloyd, evidently the senior there, come in and finished it. He gave up 3 runs, though, but got out of it.
Yeah.
So there you go with Excelsior Springs. That's what we know there. I think that's going to be interesting. We can't really do much other than that because we don't have that right there. But I will tell you, I do expect to see Logan Rogersville here. I think these 2 teams, I think Logan Rogersville rides it there. I think Logan Rogersville wins it. I think they're playing Westminster Christian there for the championship game, and that's my thoughts on 4.
Yeah. I got Logan Rogersville just rolling straight through here, winning state, but I think they might match up against Orchard Farm because it's going to be a coin toss. It's going to be a very close game, and it just comes down to defense, like I said earlier.
Yeah.
Who's playing better defense?
I like Drew Messi in the middle of that order. That's he's the X factor as far as offensively, I think, for Westminster. And that's a guy that can beat you. So Coach Sugar, don't let him beat you. Walk him. If he's in those critical moments. But no, I just think, I wouldn't count out Orchard Farm winning that game, but I just think Messi's an X factor there if we're just looking at paper here, which we are. Yeah. Excelsior Spring is really good baseball team, folks. Just the talent level. I could see Logan Rod. They finished second in Class 4 last year. I think they take that experience and finish it this year. Not that, you look at Aurora, gave them a game. Springfield Catholic is very capable of beating this team. They are.
Yeah.
So I don't sleep on it, but that's kind of the way I see these things rolling out there, Garrett.
Yeah.
Final words, buddy. Final words.
It's going to be a very exciting state playoffs right now. A lot of good games lined up. And I hope to get to be able to watch a few of these games.
Absolutely.
And then after that, we just got summer ball.
Yeah, we won't be we'll be down there. We're leaving Tuesday morning. We'll be at the ballpark. So we'll probably see some of the championship stuff Tuesday afternoon there at the ballpark, and then looking forward to Wednesday. We'll be there Wednesday for the Class 3 and 4 semifinals. And that is Wednesday, Thursday, then championship on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Class 5 and 6 start. So we're going to have some fun down in Springfield. So maybe we'll bring you in, we'll get you on the, be available. Never know. We'll bring you in there.
Yeah.
Cool beans?
Yes, sir.
Maybe you come down and do some bass fishing and stop in, bro.
Yeah.
Because folks, if you don't know, Garrett, tell them about your bass fishing stuff, dude, and your angler stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm part of a big outdoor brand. Well, kind of, I would like to say locally big because there's a lot of people in our town that know about it. Show Me Mo Outdoors. And we just posted our first video bass fishing at one of our grandpa's ponds. And we hope to do a lot more bigger videos coming up soon.
There you go.
We do have some t-shirts available now. I was able to make some.
There you go, bro. There you go. I love the Scout Connect. Give him some shout out to, give him some love to the Diego Solares over there. Love that. Cool beans. Well, hey, folks, I hope you enjoyed our walk through this. Give us your thoughts on the picks down below, and we'll get that rolling. So, Garrett, we'll see you down the road here. You're right. We have the PCDL coming up. We have our American Legion baseball happening. That starts Monday. We will be at Kirkwood. Post 156 will be hosting Post 177 from Eureka. Hope you tune in. It'll be a great baseball game. Tune in, get some summer baseball. Come by the park. There'll be some food trucks there. It's going to be opening day for Youth Baseball Midwest and our Missouri American Legion Baseball Showcase game. So looking forward to that. Everybody have a great day in the Lord, and guess what? We'll see you at the ballpark.